Okay, I'm going to take a couple minutes and I'm going to do a video here. Let me do a little recap so everybody's on the same page and understands what the big coup is in this. In 2015, I closed my modeling agency, Ultimate Exposure Modeling Agency, or UMA. I had some medical issues and my blood pressure was astronomical. It was close to stroke numbers, and my doctor wanted me to fix what was broken or take medication. I opted to fix what was broken. So I sent a notice out that I was going to close UMA for approximately 2 weeks. It really wasn't being closed. It was just not, there was no filtering, which meant we were not going to be taking in trainees. We weren't going to be doing any shows. We didn't have anything scheduled anyway. So there was no cutoff. Nobody was being put off or anything of the sort. So I was just going to take a hiatus for 2 weeks. Nothing was going to be happening with the agency. And so I posted that notice. It went through. Up comes the chat, and here's the coup. He gets to starting all kinds of little stuff in the chat, which ends up at a free-for-all, and I'm the one being pelted with stones because I'm having medical issues. And I do not know what all he was doing behind my back. I do not care. If I did, I would probably be angry, and I'm not. I just really don't care, period. But I want to clear the air because I think people should understand I'm not a bad person. I was not the bad guy there. I had prices set on it, and he changed the prices. I thought, okay, we'll try this. And I was pretty competitive with other agencies price-wise. I mean, we were all pretty much on the same price level. Not until he done it. He changed it to where we were lower. Then we hired staff. And I'm thinking, okay. He's like, don't worry. We're low enough that people will come right and left and want to train with Yuma instead of other agencies. I'm like, okay. So I did it. We hired the staff. I don't remember what the pay rate was on it, but everybody was on board. They agreed to it and whatnot. I was paying 3 parcels, of which Yuma was on. And I was paying for his store. So I was paying for 4 parcels. And then I had staff. I'm supposed to pay for his store, the agency's land, and the staff. There wasn't money for all of that. So I don't like being in a position to where I have to say, hey, look, I'm sorry, I feel really bad, I don't know how to do this. I was basically backed up in a corner against the wall and had nowhere to turn. Your crew is supposed to be the representation of you. So instead, it was like he was the owner and I was the crew. And it was not that way at all. The group was mine. This land was mine. In fact, that's where me and a former husband lived, was on those 3 parcels. Because we had a mirror farm. That's when the mirrors first come out, and I had made a lot of money on the mirrors. Anyway, so coming up to now, I ended up closing the agency in 2015. That very argument that went on in the group chat was a very, very cruel one. I did not know that people could be that cruel, and you're supposed to be... I was just blown away. I had friends that I had made in 2008 and had all the way up until that time that were stripped of me. I do not hate them people. I actually miss them people, but apparently they were not supposed to follow me into the future, apparently. So the ones who did, thank you, and I love you dearly. The ones that didn't, no, I wish you well. instead of being a person that's going to curse anybody, yeah, because that was another big thing that popped up, is the fact that I'm a white witch of Wiccan religion. That was another thing that popped up, and people were like trying to crucify me for it, and I just don't care. My religion is my religion. If you don't like it, that's just tough. I'm not changing for you. I'm not going to conform anymore to what people want me to be in Second Life. I'm going to be me. I'm not going to be the phony little person that they want me to be. Oh, you can't do this because you look like that, or anything else. You don't like the way I look, don't look, okay? I don't demand anything from you. So basically, I closed the agency, and I ejected everybody. I banned them from the land. I sent everybody's stuff back. Once I had all of that cleared off and the land was cleared, I stopped payment on his store, and I had like a month left on the tier for the agency. I just abandoned every parcel that I had. I didn't care. I wanted out because I was so frustrated. So I left in 2015 up to 2018, and me and one of my friends, who's still a model today, her and I have been talking off and on over the last few years about me going back. And I told her I did miss it, but I said I don't want to go back into it because I don't want to be the witch that everybody's hunting still. And she told me that I gave them people too much power. Power to back me in a corner, power to tear me down, power to completely make me feel like I can't do anything. So I went ahead and investigated an agency and chose the agency that I went with. I somewhat know the owner of the agency. I don't know her well, but I know her well enough to know that she's smart, and that if anybody goes to her, just so you know, I told her everything before in the note card that I sent her when I told her I would like to return to Maui. I told her everything, and I asked her if that would be a problem, and she said no. It was a very lengthy note card, and I told her, and I even apologized for the windiness of the note card. I said, but I felt that I needed to put you in the know before I even tried to do this in case somebody come at you. She said, don't worry about it. So she's smart, and I'm thinking that if anybody tries to go and tell her this or that, you know, she's going to see through the bullshit. But she took me back in with open arms, and I'm thankful for that because then I get to do what I love again, and that is model. So I'm not going to be an owner. I'm not going to be in any management whatsoever. I'm just going to be a model. My real life doesn't permit me to have the time that I used to have in Second Life. I may be online, but I may not be at my desk for 2 or 3 days. I may not even log in for up to a week. It just depends on what's going on in my real life. Yeah, real life actually comes before Second Life. Kind of wild, huh? And I actually prefer my real life, but I like to play in Second Life. It's like virtual Barbie for adults. So I am going to go back in, but you can find all of my social media. There's some new ones in there. Email address is new. It's on tab 7 in my pics. Both VioletCrushes have the same information, just different tab numbers. VioletCrush Resident was never hidden. Though people thought she was a hidden alt, it was malicious, I guess. I don't know. They thought any alt that I may have or alt that they thought was mine was just horrible because it wasn't noted. And it's none of your business what my alts are if I have any alts, which I have some store alts, then none of your business. But that's okay. Social media has changed. My blog, I changed the name of the blog 3 times now. This is the final change. The Kpop coined my original blog name, so I changed it to You Better Work Bitch from Britney Spears. And then I love a band right now that's just amazing. And I changed it to lyrics to their songs, which is Passion, Passion, Straight Up Passion. So if you don't know who the band is and you don't know the song, don't claim something you don't know. But my posting name on there will now be Stylish Boss 92. Same blog. Alright, I will see you on the runway. I gotta scoot.